Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with some Grand Arena Championships. We're back to the 5v5, and it's got ships. This is my opponent. Yeah, if you can check from his name, he, he doesn't care about GAC. I kind of expected this. You'll see. Yeah, it's not pretty, but, I'm going to show you guys the board, show you kind of how things went down, and look at what he set there. Up top, he's got Ray and Supreme Leader Kylo, but check this out. Look at the comps. Like, it worked out that Ray's got light side allies and Kylo's got dark side allies. But then you'll notice he's got clones on the bottom. Happens to be under 5's lead. So, it's weird. And at first I didn't know, but check it out. It's an auto set is what it is. And that's what happens since two Galactic Legends can't be on the same team. It automatically splits them, one on one team and then one on the next team. And then it just goes from there. So it's pretty odd, but yeah, he didn't care. He joined and then just did an auto set. So both Galactic Legends on defense. I don't think that I can clear that top. You know, I'll give it a shot because I put some pretty heavy defense of my own. Let's take a look at the bottom here. You can see that it wound up that he's got a GK lead, and he's got some good stuff. And then he's got Resistance Hero Finn end up in the leader spot. He's got Poe with him. He's got some other things on there. I know I can get through this bottom zone for sure. And if I really wanted to, I can look in the back, go look at his profile, sort it by power, and that'll tell me exactly what squads he's got left in the back. So what I'm going to do first I'm going to get out of here and let's go show you my defenses. Since he's probably not going to attack anyway, maybe you can learn something. I put Padme, then a Bosk Bounty Hunter team with Nest, and then I've just got General Grievous with Watt. Got relics on almost everything now. So I think it's a pretty stout defense. I wanted to go, you know, so he'd kind of struggle if indeed he does play. But with his auto set, I really don't think that he will. He's got me by a lot of GP. I think he's 7.3 mil. So he does have roster depth. But I don't think he's going to attack. Let's take a look at the bottom here. You can see I've got Darth Revan with no Bastilla Fallen. And then I've got my Rey with just some odds and ends. I didn't put the Resistance heroes with her because I figured anyone can counter Rey with or without the Resistance heroes. So I just used some leftovers with her. And then in the back, that's where I put JTR lead with the Resistance heroes. Makes it a lot tougher. And then I've got a Newt squad down there. Newt, Django, Dooku, my Droideka, and then just L3 for a taunt, since I happen to have her relicked up now. So I thought it would be, you know, pretty tough. Maybe steal some banners off him. I honestly don't think that he's going to get there now, even if he does attack, because auto set puts all your good stuff out on D. So he doesn't have anything that he can use to counter it. So, oh yeah, ships, Malevolence, of course. Just 6-star Malevolence, nothing fancy. We're going to go through and tear apart these bottom squads. I didn't know what I was going to use at first. I actually did record this. I did the whole thing. I tried to do it live because I thought it would be more fun, more interesting anyway, since it's an auto set defense. Just taking you guys through it as I was selecting my teams and making my choices. And then all my audio didn't record. So that kind of sucks. This is me doing it all over again after I've already commented like the whole video, all this footage, and then it didn't save my audio for the first part. I do have a second part where I ran out of file size, and that one did pick up the audio. So I do have that later, but this first part doesn't have any of it. Anyway, let's get into the battle itself. Start by taking out his easy teams. He's got that Resistance Hero Finn, which is no lead. A lot of damage potential. But I think we can take it out with these Night Sisters here. just use Mother Talzin-led Night Sisters and let them go to work. They got plenty of DPS on this team, but it really doesn't matter. As long as these guys can keep reviving, or these ladies can keep reviving, they're going to be fine. And they can. I just got to watch out for Daka. So I've got plenty of control with stuns. I'm not even sure who to go after when it's a hodgepodge team like this. You know, Han can do some damage. The Resistance Bros can do damage. You've got Red Trooper in there. All kinds of good stuff. Just no synergy as far as Elite goes. So they like to go after Zombie. That's fine. She's built to take a few hits. So let's let them go after her while we just plague them to death and see what happens there. Trying to work on Han, get him out of there so I don't have to deal with his double taps. Let's try and get him gone. There we go. And they keep going after Zombie. That's fine. Long as they don't go after Daka, doesn't really matter. Try to control them with stuns. Do what I can. And look at that. Plague's doing work. Got them in the red. Got a couple of them stunned there. Now I'll switch over to the clone, trying to go after that one since he's low on health. That one and Red Trooper are going to be some heavy damage dealers, so I'm just trying to take everybody out. But Night Sisters will do okay as long as all 5 of them are alive at the end. That's the most points you can hope for. Almost all of them at full health, so 54 banners there. Again, I don't think it's going to be a banner race, you know, on efficiency or anything. I think I need to just clear this bottom, do as good as I can, and then that's it. I may not need to do anything because my opponent probably won't attack. But I'm going to clear the bottom anyway just to do it. Get back in the swing of things. It's been so long since we've done some 5v5. So now we'll go after this GK team here. I was debating about what to use, but check this out. I'm going to go ahead and use my Genosians because I don't know where else I would use them at. And I think they'll do okay here. And that way I don't have to burn anything too significant to get through the squad. There's nothing real heavy damage, I guess. I mean, it's got some synergy. It's got the lead, the GK lead, but I think I'll be okay. I think the Geos will do enough damage that I can pull this out. So let's go ahead and go with those. I did save them because I was hoping to take out, you know, a Newt squad or something like that. But we're going to use them here. He's got some Geos on his side, but they don't have the Alpha as lead, so he doesn't have the kind of bonuses that I do. And I'm not really sure how to play these. Again, I don't like using them for offense. I mostly just set them on defense and forget and make my opponent burn his Treya to get through or something. So, stuck behind Taunt on his Brute. I got the big hit from Spy right now, but I don't want to use it because it's kind of a waste to use it on the Brute. And now I can get to GK is taunting, so I can go after him, get some hits in. Figure if I can take him out, should get a little bit easier. He doesn't have, you know, he's got a cleanse, he's got his taunt that he does. I don't want him to do any of that stuff. I got Spy to take out the Brute there. Get back around to GK, get some hits on him. Figure while the Brute's gone, I can go ahead and attack GK. I got him all the way down into the red. And then look, Alpha goes and summons another Brute. So now I'm stuck behind the Brute again. And they're going after my stuff because I got buff immunity on my Brute. This is unfortunate. I forgot about that Anakin's got that buff immunity. So, yeah, that really kind of stops my guy from taunting. At least I got rid of his GK. Now I can go after his Alpha. Try and get Alpha out of there. They got rid of one of my Geos. I don't know which one. But finally got rid of the Alpha. Now I just got to try and get rid of the rest of them. Going after Anakin because he's the primary damage dealer. And that healing immunity and buff immunity is no good. Don't want that. So got rid of him there. Doing pretty good. I think at this point it's mostly safe. You know, mostly safe. Like I'm not going to lose. Went ahead and killed the Brute there. Now I'm going after BB-8. they both have counterattacks, so I was kind of worried about that. We use Spy's big hit here on Ahsoka, take her out. Now is just BB-8 left to deal with. So there we go. That's probably the best that I can do. I can't heal everybody up. Can't get protection and all that good stuff. But I got 4 at full health, lost 1. I guess that's okay. So I made it through that front zone without using anything too spectacular. And now I can go see what he's gotten back for me. And see what I can use to take those out. And then we'll go back up top and I'll kill what I can. So he's got no synergy on these as far as lead goes. OG Kylo, he's got some good heavy hitters on there, but no synergy for the lead. And then a team with ARC Trooper as the leader. So that works out for me that there's no lead abilities to help his team out. It's going to be much easier to take out. Went ahead and figured I'd use my CLS for this team just because they've got a bunch of attackers that are capable of doing some damage. So I'm going to take out Chewie. That way guard will go away from Kylo there. I want to be able to not have that on the field. So took out Chewie. Now I've got choices. I've got Padme there. I don't know if I want to take her out. I've got Grievous. Trying to work on taking him out. He's got no other droids to deflect, so I'm easily able to get rid of him. Don't have to worry about him taking, extra turns or AoEs because he's got no other separatists or anything. So he's gone. And it's just a matter about who do I want to take out next. There went Padme. Just basically deleted her with a mass attack. Look at that. Han's got enough damage that he can just put it down on OG Kylo and Shakti. Like, even though they've got a bunch of attackers, it's not going to hold up to a team that's got synergy. So I'm sorry you guys probably don't learn much, anything new out of this. It sucks when you go against an auto defense. They look a lot tougher than they are. Just having this, all these relic high attackers, yes, they can win, but they don't have that lead synergy to help out the team. So if you do put in a team like I did with CLS, you're not gonna lose because that team did what it's meant to do. So let's go ahead and take out this ARC-led team. I've got a couple ideas. I know what I'm going to use for that. So I'll go ahead and just take these guys out. It's nothing too fancy. I'm just going to use my EP lead. I saved that for a Grievous team in case he, had put that down. I wished my Imp Troopers were relicked up a little bit more because I would have loved to use them somewhere. But having a couple of Gear 12s in there is just not strong enough that I would consider putting them against a full relic squad. They're not strong enough to do that. So we'll go ahead and stick with EP for this. Saving Thrawn in case I can use him for something else. I was thinking about using him for a backup on a counter to one of his Galactic Legends. But I don't have the right stuff. I think I should have saved maybe CLS as a cleanup. But again, I'm not totally worried about this. I don't think my opponent's going to attack. And even if he does, I don't think he can get through my array with what he's got left. So I shouldn't lose. But if he does somehow attack and kicks my ass, then more power to him, because that's definitely something I wouldn't expect. So I took out Thrawn and subbed in Maul just because I didn't have a whole lot of choices. So I didn't want to waste Thrawn. We'll save him since I already got good stuff here. And go after Grandmaster Yoda first just because he puts buffs up. I don't want him buffing the whole team. So we'll go ahead and get rid of him. And now I can do the AoE days with Maul, get some use out of him. And look at that, just shock and everything, turn meters going. Got plenty of stuns on everybody, so no problems there. Ripping through this team. Can't get to Grief because he's under stealth, but that's not really a big, huge issue. I've just got C3PO left before I can get to Grief, so might as well go ahead and kill him. And look how fast this team goes. Look at that. Do some hits on Grief, keep him feared. more debuffs, and then just annihilate. Done. So rip through that team fairly quickly. Nothing to worry about there. That's going to wrap it up for the bottom section since we're through both of those walls. And now I can go up top and see what I can do against his Galactic Legends. I didn't really count on fighting both of them. I think even if your opponent plans his defense and plans to put both on defense, it's going to be a tough fight to fight both of them. So, yeah. I've got my Kylo, so I can use that against one of his Galactic Legends. And I think I'll go ahead and go after Rey just because I've got a lot of practice using Kylo against Rey and timing the use of his ultimate and everything. I mean, I could beat him in a mirror, but then there's no way I'd have a chance against Rey. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll use my Supreme Leader Kylo, and then I'm just going to use some First Order, Hux, Red Trooper. I'll go ahead and put Stormtrooper in there and First Order Officer to round it out. That way they can feed some turn meter to Kylo and he can get some more AoE attacks in, get his siphon stacks up. I just want to be able to get my ultimate up in case I need it for whenever his Rey does hers. So the strategy, this is something I can at least maybe tell you guys, even though you may not face this Rey comp typically. I'm going after his Darth Revan since he's dark side. He can't really be protected. Go ahead and get him out of there, and I don't have to worry about fear and the AoE hits and everything he does. So we'll get rid of that. Now it's just a team like, you guys may face these in Arena, where it's got Gas and JKR. He's even got JTR in there as a tank, and she can be a bit annoying. But luckily I'm able to stun Gas, so while he's stunned, he's not going to hit me and crit and make sure that I can't crit. You know, that whole thing that he does where you can't fill up your own ultimate meter. So I'm just trying to get as many hits in as I can, charge up my meter, but you also want to keep some people alive. You can see I've got Kylo and then two others left, and Rey's in her ultimate stance. I'm not going to waste my ultimate stance here. I'm just doing basics so I can charge up my ultimate meter as much as I can. I want everybody to stay alive to take the ultimate hit. And you see they both die, and now my meter's charged up. I can go ahead and use it since I'm at 100%. Start taking this team out. See, she can't do anything to me. Now that I've got 3 turns of my ultimate to go, I can do whatever I want. Charge up my siphon stacks. I'm just trying to get her taken out kind of as quick as I can. It really doesn't matter. As long as you can get her down to one-on-one, you're not going to lose. I've got a high health Kylo, so even her doing that whirlwind, it doesn't hurt. So did that, took her out, and now it's just JTR. 47 banners is pretty much business as usual. So that was the only fight that I kind of planned on. Doesn't really matter who's with Rey. If he would have had the Resistance bros or not, it really doesn't make a difference. So took her out. We're going to try this, his Kylo. I'm going to try it. Again, I really wish I would have saved CLS as a cleanup, but the only thing I have left to try it with is my Gas 501st team. So we're going to go ahead and use that. And I have not fought Kylo with Gas ever since the rework. I have both GLs, so that's all I use in Arena now. I don't need to try all these Frankenstein counter teams. And of course you can see that Gas gets stunned right away. Nothing I can do about that. The downside to this team, even though it's an auto defense team, is look at it. He's got all tanks in there. And he's got Crew, which is going to constantly taunt and then also counterattack. Boss taunting, Malik taunting. And then he's got HK, who doesn't taunt, but does some decent damage. So he honestly doesn't have too bad of a team. I mean, it's rough. And with Gas, you want to get rid of these and get rid of Malik so that you just have a lone SLKR left to take out. and then you can clean that up with something decent. And he's already got his ultimate off, and luckily my gas was still standing. Now he finally takes a knee, but he's still in his ultimate stance. It's like once he gets a heavy AoE, I'm gonna pay the price. So trying to get through his crew, and I'm just not making any kind of dent here at all. I mean, it sucks. I don't know what else to do. With fives, it doesn't matter if he's taunting or not, because they're going to go straight after him anyway. And he does. They just knock fives out, so you can't make super clones. So nothing I can do there. And unfortunately, Malik did a life drain. Took another clone out, but Gas is back on his feet. And that's the way you want it to go. Gas to stand up and then start taking out as many as he can. And he is. Look, he's got the counterattacks, which are great. But look at this. Rex, his big hit is almost up. But everybody that's left besides HK can't really be affected by his big hit. They all take reduced damage. So I'm going to target HK and take him out, because the other ones, it would just be a slap on the wrist. It doesn't do any bit of good. And Gas is down, so that sucks. Nothing I can really do there. I'm trying to take Malik out. Unfortunately, he got off another drain. And then Kylo went. Now I stand back up, and I can't take Malik out. And now he's stunned, so he definitely does nothing. The only chance you have to win is the counterattacks. And since I didn't have enough counterattacks doing enough damage, it was not going to work. And it's tough when Malik's in there. So nothing will work there. Nothing I can really do. Let me skip through all this, cut it out, and then show you what else I was able to do. Alright, so I tried first order on this team first. And even though it wasn't EP in the lead spot, it just didn't work out. Like, my first order just got ripped to pieces, and they went so many times that I just couldn't get a turn and couldn't do much, and I couldn't get around Fives' taunt to kill anybody with my first order. So had to go ahead and send in Jedi, that way I can get the team gone, you know, get one more kill on the board. I wanted to save Jedi as a cleanup to that Kylo, but I figure I'll go ahead and use them here, get the sure thing, kill that, and just be done with it. So again, sorry, you know, you can learn a whole lot from this match. It happens occasionally when your opponent decides that they're just not going to play and they set auto defenses. And so we get what we get. We don't get a choice. But as we move through the ranks onto, you know, Chromium and Bronzium, all those, then we'll be matched with opponents that actually do want to play, and will test out the defenses and give us a run for our money. So you can see that a Jedi squad obviously has enough synergy and enough damage and everything else that they rip through this hodgepodge auto set team with very little trouble. There we go. I just got one left to clean up, get rid of his EP, and it's game over. So we'll send Grandmaster Yoda in to do the work. And that's it. Clean him up. I've got nothing to kill that Kylo team. I did throw some stuff at it. The best of what I had left was like Traya and Wampa, and I used Thrawn. And I just couldn't do enough damage to get Malik out or to get Kylo out. Like, there's nothing I could do. Alright, so unfortunately, you guys won't get to go ahead and see what ships he's got back there. We'll just go ahead and leave it here. I'm sorry I couldn't clear the whole thing for you guys, but them's the breaks. You know, you get what you get. So I think this will end up being the final score. I'll let you guys know in the next round how the rest of this one went. But hopefully round 2 is better. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace!